Alright, back on the trail, heading up a bunch of stairs, back into the mist and rain. Gallenberg was an interesting place. Got a bunch of stuff done. Tents at least repaired. We'll see how long that repair lasts. And I am all resupplied, and I can feel the heavy weight of all that damn food. So I better get to eating it. I will let you know. I gotta go, hopefully, get 10 miles done, because the next viable shelter is in 10 miles. There's one that's way sooner, but that's just too short of a day. So we'll see what the day brings. It's already like noon, I think. Here we go. All right. Got a tiny bit of blue sky right there through the trees. And it's going away fast. A little bit over there too. But the whole way up has been very misty and actually quite dark at some points. But we're getting near some leveling, and looks like the sun wants to peek out a little. There he is. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo, and I can't sing. But who needs songs when you got this? Look at that. It's finally opening up. I'm too short to see over the trees, but maybe y'all can. I don't know. Anyways, that was an hour of our lives. Well, in the first 2 hours of returning to the trail, I fell twice. And one time, it was just, that happens. It wasn't a big fall, it was just a little slip because the entire trail's wet, and rocks and roots that are wet are slippery as hell. The second time was because I was trying not to have to leave my pack on the trail. It was, dig a hole time, if you know what I mean. And I like to get way away from the trail when I do that, for my benefit and the benefit of other hikers. And this is a trail that's, right now, I'm in the Smokies, past Newfound Gap, heading towards Charlie's Bunyan, I think. And there's a lot of day hikers, so they don't need to see that. So I tried to go off trail without taking my pack off, because I was going to set it by a tree once I found a suitable private place. But the side of the trail where I was getting up was a little steeper than I thought, and I was trying to save time because it takes forever to take the pack off, get out what I need, go somewhere, dig a hole, etc., and then come back. And I didn't want my pack to be sitting here with a bunch of no-name day hikers who probably don't understand what it means when a pack is sitting on the side of the trail. So that was a big fall. Luckily, there was no rocks in that spot, just a bunch of really slippery, wet pine needles. So kind of hurt, but like a coach back in high school said, are you hurt or are you injured? Because if you're hurt, get back in the game. If you're injured, go see a doctor, have them fix you, and then get back in the game. I was definitely hurt, but nothing's really injured. Just my pride, but it was my own fault. So, but it's actually pretty nice. It's the sun keeps trying to come out, and I keep trying to hold this camera steady on my head, but usually I don't like being on camera. As you've seen by this point, if you've been watching the channel, I usually just shoot straight ahead. So, and even that, my camera work in that way also sucks, but not this bad. So, sorry. I'd say it's something I'm going to improve on, but I doubt it. But we are getting closer and closer to the next stop for the night. It's several miles still, so I'm sure there's going to be more to show as we go along. Just thought I'd let you know that the crazy hijinks never end, and I continue to be clumsier on this trail than I have ever been in the woods. I don't know what's going on, but at the this point, I'm almost slap happy about it. So it's almost comical. I can't help but laugh after the ows and the obscenities. Let's keep going. Got a little bit of sun coming out. I made it past one shelter, and there's a lot of day hikers, but most of them are pretty cool. Some are loud and obnoxious, but those are kids, and kids are going to do that. So, but there's a lot of rocks here, and all the water running through them is just like constant noise. It almost sounds like it's raining sometimes, but it's just the water. And I think it will actually rain later. I got my rain jacket on because it's actually kind of chilly, so that helps with that. And in case the rain does start, I'll be good to go. But going down, then I have to go up Laurel Mountain or Laurel Peak or something like that. Got like 7 more miles and a slick climb here, so I'm going to turn this off. Now this is some ridge walking. You got the blanket of clouds on one side and some heavy trees, but kind of a little bit of openness on the other side if you look down deep. And then we just keep going this way, heading toward Charlie's Bunion. Sounds like some weird foot condition on Charlie Sheen, I don't know. But we're going way past that today. I mean, when I say way, I just mean, 5 or 6 miles, I don't know. Hopefully it's not too much longer than that, because with all the cloud cover, it's going to get darker sooner. But this is pretty cool right now. Tons of rocks back there. And then it just kind of opened up into this mainly dirt path with a little bit of inset stone. Woo. But I don't care what anybody says. I think that kind of stuff looks cool. Look at that. People say, oh, I don't have a view. What do you mean? Look at that. That's pretty cool. Murky. Well, we keep going. Up, up, and away. Oh, look. We have a street sign. What does it say? Climbing on rocks is hazardous. Rocks may be unstable. Potential for falling rock. Use caution. Yeah, we ain't doing that. Pretty sure the trail goes this way. So, yep, I see our little brother over there. I'm glad all the day hikers get their chance to risk their lives. But I'm risking my life for several months, not just one afternoon on a slippery rock pile. So, good afternoon, brother. Look well today. And on we go. Holy crap. I just thought the path looked cool. I didn't realize it was going to open to this. Wow. And that right there, that's picturesque. The very definition of the word. God damn, that's beautiful. I wonder if that peak is Laurel, Mount Laurel, because I have to go up that. Oh, goody. I will see you later. Let you know if I don't die. Oh, wow. Look at this opening. There's a bunch of trees in the way, but oh my gosh. Look at that. It just all opens up down there. And we're going this way. Very cool. And the sun came out for me. Thank you, Mr. Sun. There used to be this old Cadbury egg commercial. And I don't remember most of it, but I remember that it always ended with, "Thank you, Easter Bunny. Bawk, bawk." Not sure why the Easter Bunny clucked like a chicken, but there you have it. That was the 80s for you. Everybody was high on cocaine and writing really weird candy commercials for children. Man, look at the way the green pops in the sun. Beautiful. Who needs cocaine when you got eyeballs in the wilderness? It's fantastic. Now this is a ridge. Man, you got a very steep drop. Mountains over there. Slow climb. Very steep drop. Mountains over there. It's harder to see. But they're there. Trust me. And they're waiting for me. That is spectacular. Look at that. I just came out of some trees. I saw the view and a ridge runner coming the other way. She was very helpful, very friendly. And I realized that I never put my permit in the box. I kept looking for it, but I never saw it. And so I was like, "Oh, I've got it with me if you want it." But she was very nice and said I can just put it in the box on the way out of the Smokies. But this is, look at this. Unbelievable. An hour ago, everything was socked in. Tons of fog and mist and threats of rain. This is gorgeous. God damn, that was lucky timing. Whew. My word. I just am without words. I mean, this is, wow. Every single time it opens up like this, all I can do is pull out the camera and then just mutter, stupefied, because I don't know what to say. It just looks so cool. Anyway, we got several miles still to go, so let's go. Telling you, the views just keep coming, people. It's closing in on 6 o'clock. You know I like evening hiking. And see, it's worth it. There was talk of rain coming in at like 4, but I just kept going. I brought put my rain jacket on for a little while. And as soon as I put my rain jacket on, the clouds started separating. Blue sky, sun. So I've taken it off a while ago because it's really hot when it's not raining. And these are the views I get when I walk into the evening. I love it. It's so worth it. I made it to the turnoff for Peck's Corner Shelter. It kind of sounds like a general store or something. But I say the turnoff because it's a freaking 0.4 miles off the damn trail down into this hollow. But the next one is like over 5 miles from here. And I'm not allowed to camp anywhere but shelters. So I'm sure as shit not doing another 5+ miles right now. It's like 7:30. So I'm going down to Peck's Corner and pick me up some cookies and some scratchers. But it was a really good day. I believe this is day 26. But yeah, it was really hard getting back on trail. I normally don't have quite that problem. Usually, I get on, and the first day, the day that I get back on trail from like a stop in a town or something, I do a ton of miles, and I go fast. It's like my body's ready to go. But this time, I don't know if I overate yesterday or what, but the first hour I was so sluggish. And oh, this is really slippery here. But oh, yeah, but damn it. There we go. But eventually, I don't know what changed, but my body just kind of woke up and was like, oh yeah, this is what we're doing with our life. I guess we better get with the program. So then it got moving pretty good. And the rain has held off. It looked like it was coming, put my raincoat on, and then it went away. Took my raincoat off, and it didn't come back, which part of me kind of expected, because that's just how the luck of my life has always been. But yeah, we're finishing a pretty decent day, and there's still a little bit of daylight, so I should be able to pitch my tent. Hopefully there's no narcs there to like yell at me and make me go in the shelter, only to make me leave the shelter at 10 when some rando section hiker shows up. But either way, I think it's been a good day, and the next real challenge is to see how my quote-unquote fixed tent holds up. I taped up the seam, or the zipper area into basically a seam, and we'll see if it works. If not, I can always use the stakes and cross the seams. Like Ghostbusters always says, don't cross the streams. Well, I gotta cross the seams of this damn tent, otherwise I'm gonna be floating in my sleep. So, today has been a good day. That should be the final word on day 26. Have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.